I know. You're just one of the most beautiful things in the world. I don't even. Oh, hey, what's going on, everybody? I was just sitting here having a conversation with my Eversolo DMP-A6 and the new linear power supply that's out. What's up? Hey, what's going on, everybody? James here, your ABX audiophile. Today, we are going to be talking about some exciting news in the world of streamer DACs, specifically the Eversolo Alvin over at Vinshine, aka Denafrip, some other stuff that they do if you're familiar with the DACs. They just came out with what looks like is going to be a beautiful, beautiful linear power supply for the Eversolo that is going to take it to the next level. And if we have any idea of what linear power supplies have done to other streamers, including the Node and some of those other ones, we can anticipate a pretty significant increase in sound quality and performance over the already amazing Eversolo DMP-A6. So let's talk about that and see what we got going on. All right, so if you are living in a barn or under a rock, you may not have heard of the Eversolo DMP-A6 Streamer. You can see it right here. We've done a bunch of reviews on it. Absolutely stunning product. It is just all over the place. I would assume, and I don't know these numbers, but I bet you that the Eversolo is outpacing a lot of streamer DACs in the market right now. It has kind of become this viral thing. There's Facebook pages that got created about this thing. There is a mass of people that I see all the time posting this thing in absolutely insane systems and just raving about this Eversolo DMP-A6. I got mine really, really early on. I've already had it for a bunch of months. We've already gone through a couple different reviews on this unit. I still use it today in my reference system, so that's kind of speaking to something. It hasn't been, as most gear, kind of come and go for me. It's kind of one of those stable pieces that helps me with my reference and my source. You know, I've kind of become accustomed to and know the sound of the Eversolo. I do pair mine with a Aries 2 DAC. I kind of ended up in that space, and I run USB out to the Aries 2 DAC, and that's kind of my reference source. And then I also recently went to the Pine Tree Audio USB cable, which is just a phenomenal cable. This thing is absolutely fantastic. Moving to that USB to that Aries 2 and just letting that thing really handle a lot of that work, and then still enjoying all of the great integration functions and options that come with that Eversolo, and of course the VU meters, which you can see right here, you know, rocking and rolling. We'll see if we can get them going again. There we go. Let's get them VU meters going. Everybody loves those. But I was kind of scrolling through YouTube this morning, and I was watching Alvin on Vinshine's YouTube page, and he released a video on a new linear power supply coming out for this thing that's going to take it to the next level. We know it is because we watch people put linear power supplies in streamers and DACs and anything that you can think of, and really getting some good performance boosts. One thing I will say, and I still say to this day, when we first got this Eversolo, Kelly and I auditioned it a bunch. He had it in his system. There was this slight digital glare or ever so slightly graininess on the top end, on the very high end of the treble frequencies. We kind of picked it up, and we couldn't hear it unless we were on something like the open baffles, you know, with the coaxial horn tweeters, or maybe something like the Klipsch Forte, you know, something really, really revealing, you know, some of the Mark Audio VOD1s. You know, we could kind of really hear that. Put some low efficiency like Dyne Audio M50s or something on there, Polk Audio Monitor 10, some old school vintage stuff, and you couldn't tell. I will say after, you know, 40, 50 hours or so, that seemed to go away. It's not something that you would become accustomed to or that your ear would become accustomed to. So there is something to be said in this kind of break-in for these things. But we found that the DAC was absolutely phenomenal. And if there is any weak link on the Eversolo, it would have been that streaming network, that streaming section. When we took the WBC Mini with the upgraded linear power supply and some special cabling and bypassed the Eversolo DAC and just fed it the digital signal through the WBC Mini, it was a pretty good improvement in overall sound quality utilizing the Eversolo's DAC. So we know the DAC is solid in the Eversolo. And then we get just that ever so slight graininess, and if there is any weakness in the Eversolo, we're kind of speculating that it's coming from the streaming network. And I think with this linear power supply, we may see this Eversolo really jump up a tier in performance and sound quality. We will find out. I got one ordered. It will be here. We were one of the first ones. We jumped right on. There also is about 4 people in our Discord who ordered this as well. So if you are not part of our Discord, make sure you get in there and check it out. We will be getting a lot of good feedback, a lot of good real hands-on data, not any of this speculation stuff that you see, flying across social media, just kind of assuming what it's going to do or disclaiming or discrediting it altogether. So anyway, let's go jump into the website. We'll take a look at it. We'll run through kind of what we see, what's coming out, and we'll go from there. And then stay tuned because we're going to have a full review and update it on the Eversolo once we get it in-house, we get it installed. We'll do an initial review when it arrives. We'll do an unboxing. We'll do an install video so everybody can walk through the process of installing it with us. And then we will go into the audition phase. We'll spend a month or so with it, and we'll start leaking out some good feedback and some of our thoughts. If you want to get a lot of that early content and that early discussion, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you go down into the description below and get into our Discord. Follow us on social media. We leak all of that stuff in there prior to doing these reviews. So if you want to be part of that work and part of that stuff, make sure you get in there and help us out. So let's check it out. All right, if you guys did not know, we are the world's only 100% nonprofit charity reviewers. 100% of our proceeds go directly to help youth musical programs across North America. To date, we have donated over $4,000 to charity. A lot of the work coming in from our great vendors and partners donating gear to us so we can raffle it off to our community and raise money and donate those proceeds. If you want to be part of those raffles, Encore Plus, Orchard Audio, Pecan Pie Streamer DACs, Sesti B speakers. We've got Mark Audio stuff. We've got all kinds of amazing stuff auctioned off. ETA Audio, amazing headphones, literally my reference headphones now. Make sure you go check those guys out, ETA Audio. We're going to be raffling off a set of their Mini SCs, I believe. And I got a review coming out for their O2s. So if you want to be part of that cool work, part of those raffles, part of our charity, you got to be in our Discord. Thank you for being here. All right, so let's jump in here. I'm going to switch the camera over. We'll jump into the website here, and we will take a look at what we've got going here. If you go to Vinshine's YouTube page, you can see the new video. We will post a link in the descriptions to that video he posted on this specifically. And then in his description, in Alvin's description, there is a link to this website right here. And this is going to kind of show you the linear power supply that they came out with. So we see Beatechnik LPS A6. I think that's how you say that. I'm not sure how we pronounce that yet. I'm not that familiar. It is a trippy looking name, B-E-A-T-E-C-H-N-I-K, Beatechnik. Anyway, they got the power supply. Here it is. You can see right here. Beautiful, beautiful unit. Looks really good. This thing is plug and play. What they're claiming is literally undoing a few screws, putting the screws back in, connecting a silver cable that is included with the linear power supply. And they are claiming this is a plug and play unit. So we will see. We don't know yet. But here it kind of talks about designed and hand-built, highly skilled electronic screws. This is marketing stuff, specifically purpose-built for the DMP-A6, low noise, high speed, high current, low ripple, low dropout, all this kind of marketing stuff that we see, standard stuff. In the video, he does compare the old one, the SMPS, to the new linear power supply, and there's a pretty significant difference in weight and size, and like, I think they claim something like 10 times as quiet as the stock power supply. You've got, huge capacitors, everything. Let's see what they're saying. Schurter gold fuses, an encapsulated AC transformer, really nice transformers here, just making for ultra quiet power production. Here's some of the, they actually show you some of the testing and the specifications they did to kind of actually show you that it's literally 10 times as quiet as the stock one. They even list their equipment that they used here, the different noise levels, so you can see all of those reports. And this thing just looks quality, man. This board is really nice. All the chips look really good. I mean, this is obviously built by somebody who really wanted to be able to take this Eversolo to the next level. They're talking about minimum output ripple, linear power supplies, talking about producing a smoother, more stable output voltage, faster transient response. This is the interesting thing here. They talk about how linear power supplies can respond quickly to like change in load or input voltage. So we get that faster transient, moving around, being able to ramp up, rock and roll, do what we need to do when we put demand on these things. High slew rates, excellent line load regulation. So you can get on here and kind of review all of this stuff. They're talking about the high current MOSFETs that they're using. And look at these things, man. This thing is a quality looking product. And of course, a little more marketing here, longevity and reliability, long endurance, they're claiming high quality components. I can't see exactly what brand kind of they're using. But this thing does look like it's built very nice. It looks really, really good. And then here's kind of the photo of it actually in the Eversolo itself. And so you can kind of see right there, we've got just, it's already separate from the board, right? So all we literally have to do is unscrew these screws right here. We remove this cable right here. This is actually the one that they're going to give us. It's the silver cable. All silver. It's a plug and play right here. So 4 screws, undo a couple little deals here, drop the new cable in, and we are absolutely rocking and rolling. So that looks really cool. We are super excited about that. I just wanted to come to you guys and let you know that we do have that coming. We are excited to be able to get that in here, get it into the Eversolo, and bring you guys our thoughts and perspectives on it. And like I said, we're going to do a series of reviews. We'll do an unboxing when it arrives. We'll do a full video on how to install. And then we will give you all of our thoughts based on our audition and our system. And we run through a bunch of gear with these things. So you're not going to get a review from somebody who's listened to it on one set of speakers or with one DAC or from one source or whatever. You know, we're going to get this thing. We're going to run it through all of the streaming services. We're going to run it through a multitude of DACs. We got the Aries 2. We got the Bifrost. We got all this stuff on hand. We got the Black Ice. We've got, man, SMSLs. We got DACs for days here. And we will kind of partner this thing and start to run through this thing. We will run it solo by itself. No pun intended, solo by itself, with our Audial A21. We've got the Orchard Audio Star Crimson coming in. We will put it against if we still have it in house. We've got the PrimaLuna DiaLouge Premium, which is just a phenomenal integrated amplifier. We've got the Dyne Audio M50s. We got the ABX Audio Baffles. We've got the Klipsch Fortes. We have just a multitude of stuff that we're going to be putting this thing up against and partnering with. So we'll be able to bring you guys a really well-rounded review. Hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is this linear power supply actually going to make a difference? Do you think it is? And if so, what difference do you think it's going to make? Are we going to get a 5% increase in sound quality? Is it going to be a whole new streamer? Are we going to get a little bit more clarity? For those of you who have experience in installing or utilizing upgraded linear power supplies, what do you think we're going to see here? I'd be curious to see your guys' thoughts, and we will definitely share ours moving forward in the future. So keep an eye out. Looks like about a month or so before we get this thing, and we're excited. We'll see y'all later. I hope you enjoyed the little rundown. Have a great day.